Welcome everyone to the comprehensive SAP MIGO tutorial focused on goods receipt against purchase order with multiple practical scenarios. Today we are diving deep into one of the most important transactions in SAP Materials Management, MIGO. In this video we will cover everything from the basics of MIGO, the standard movement type 101, how to receive goods against a purchase order, different real-world scenarios including full, partial and over delivery cases, how tolerances work in the system, and finally the most common errors you will face along with their solutions. Whether you are a SAP MM consultant, end user, super user or preparing for a certification, this step-by-step guide will help you master goods receipt processing confidently. We will use real SAP screenshots and scenarios so you can follow along easily. Make sure to watch till the end because the tolerance and error sections are very important for day-to-day operations. If you are new to SAP, don't worry. I will explain every screen and field clearly. Let's begin this detailed journey into SAP MIGO. Stay tuned. In today's session, we have a clear agenda. First, we will understand what MIGO is and why it is used. Then we will explore the concepts of goods receipt against purchase order. We will study movement type 101 in detail, what it does, when to use it, and its impact on inventory and accounting. After that, we will go through practical step-by-step process of performing MIGO. Then comes the most exciting part: multiple real-life scenarios, full receipt, partial receipt, and over delivery within tolerance. We will also deeply understand tolerances, under delivery and over delivery tolerances, how they are configured and how they affect posting. Later we will cover common MIGO errors such as quantity exceeded, tolerance limit errors, movement type issues and their practical solutions. Finally, we will end with best practices and tips that experienced SAP users follow. By the end of this video, you will be able to confidently perform goods receipt in different situations and troubleshoot issues quickly. So let's move forward and start with fundamentals. MIGO is the transaction code for goods movement in SAP. It is a very powerful and versatile transaction used for various goods movements including goods receipt, goods issue, transfer posting and physical inventory. In the context of procurement, MIGO is primarily used to post goods receipt against purchase orders, production orders or without even reference. When you perform goods receipt using MIGO with movement type 101, the system updates the stock in the warehouse, creates material documents and generates accounting documents that update the GRIR clearing account. MIGO replaced the old MB01 and MB08 transactions and provides a much more user-friendly interface with tabs and multiple options. One of the biggest advantages of MIGO is that it allows you to handle multiple line items, partial receipts and different movement types in a single transaction. In this tutorial, we are focusing only on goods receipt against purchase order using movement type 101. Understanding MIGO properly is essential because incorrect posting can lead to inventory mismatches and financial discrepancies. The process of goods receipt against purchase order is a critical step in procure to pay cycle. When a purchase order is raised and the supplier delivers the material, the warehouse team physically receives the goods and then posts the receipt in SAP using MIGO. This posting serves multiple purposes. It updates the unrestricted quantity in the system. It matches the good receipt with the purchase order. It creates a material document number for tracking, and it generates accounting entries that debit the inventory account and credit the GRIR amount. Without proper goods receipt, the PO remains open, invoices cannot be processed smoothly, and inventory levels stay inaccurate. In real business, this process can have many variations. Sometimes full quantity arrives, sometimes partial shipments come, and sometimes quantities are slightly higher or lower due to packing differences. This is why SAP provides flexibility through tolerances and different scenarios. In the next slides, we will see exactly how to handle these situations in MIGO screen. Movement type 101 is the standard movement type used for goods receipt against purchase order. When you post with 101, several important things happen in the background. The stock of the material increases in the specified storage location, the open quantity in the purchase order is reduced, and system creates a material document and an accounting document. Movement type 101 is linked with transaction/event key BSX for stock posting and WRX for GRIR clearing. This is why proper account determination is very important. You can use movement type 101 with or without reference to a purchase order. Key points to remember: 101 increases stock, it is used for receipt from external vendors, and it is reversible using movement type 102 for cancellation. In MIGO screen, the system automatically proposes 101 when you choose goods receipt and purchase order. Understanding movement types is fundamental in SAP MM because using the wrong movement type can lead to incorrect stock updates or accounting postings. In the upcoming slides, we will see how to use 101 in practical scenarios. To start the process, the first step is to assess the MIGO transaction. In the SAP command field, simply type /nmigo and press enter. This will open the goods movement initial screen. On the top left, you will see a drop down where you can select the operation, goods receipt, goods issue, etc. For our purpose, choose goods receipt. In the second drop down, select purchase order. You can also use shortcut keys for faster operation. Many companies create custom transaction codes or favorites for MIGO to make it quicker for end users. Always make sure you are in correct plant and have necessary authorizations. Missing authorizations for MIGO is a very common issue faced by new users. Once the screen opens, you are ready to enter the purchase order details. In the next slide, we will see how to enter the PO and what happens next. So up till now we have completed the process in which we are opening MIGO transaction. After opening MIGO, enter the purchase order number in the designated field and press enter. SAP will automatically fetch all the open line items from the purchase order. You will see the material number, description, ordered quantity and already received quantity. You can also enter the delivery note number from the supplier for better tracking. It is good practice to verify the PO details before proceeding. Check the material, plant and storage location. In the item details section, you can change or enter the quantity you are actually receiving, storage location, batch number and movement type. The system defaults to movement type 101. Always double check the quantity you are entering because this is where most errors happen. After filling all necessary fields, you can click on the check button to simulate the posting and see if there are any errors before actual posting. So this is the step where you have entered the PO number, verified the quantities and you have entered the correct quantity for this. Let's look at the first and most straightforward scenario: full goods receipt. In this case, the supplier has delivered exactly the quantity mentioned in the purchase order. In the MIGO screen, you keep the quantity as it is, select the correct storage location and post the document. After posting, you will get a material document number. The purchase order quantity will now show as fully delivered and stock will be updated in the warehouse. This is the ideal scenario. Accounting entries are generated automatically and the GRIR account gets credited. In real life, always take the physical count and match it with the PO before posting. Also, check for any damage during receipt and note it down. Full receipt is simple but requires attention to details like storage location and batch management if the material is batch managed. This scenario closes the PO line items completely and all the quantities in the PO are received in full and the same stock is updated in the warehouse systems. So now we are going to the second scenario. Let's discuss partial goods receipt. This is very common when suppliers deliver material in multiple shipments. Suppose the PO quantity is 1000 units and the supplier delivers 400 units now, or PO quantity is 100 and supplier has delivered 70. In MIGO you change the quantity to 70, enter the storage location and post with movement type 101. SAP will automatically keep the remaining 30 units open in purchase order for future receipts. You can receive the balance quantity later with another MIGO posting. Partial receipts help in better inventory management and cash flow. However, you must communicate with the purchase team so they follow up with the vendor for pending deliveries. In the system, you can see the delivered quantity and open quantity in the PO history. Always mention the delivery note number for each partial receipt for proper tracking and invoice matching. So in this way we have discussed two scenarios, complete delivery and partial delivery. Now we will be discussing the tolerances in SAP. Tolerance play a very important role in goods receipt. Every purchase order has under delivery tolerance and over delivery tolerance percentages defined either in material master, vendor master or directly in PO line item. For example, if over delivery tolerance is 5%, you can receive up to 5% extra quantity without error. Similarly, under delivery tolerance allows receiving slightly less. These tolerances prevent unnecessary errors when there are minor variations in the supply. In the MIGO screen, if the received quantity is within tolerance, the system allows posting. If it exceeds, you get an error. Tolerance can be set at different levels: plant level, purchasing info record or PO. Understanding tolerances help reduce friction in the receipt process. So, in the coming slides, we will see a practical example of over delivery within the tolerance. So, here we have a scenario: over delivery within tolerance. Suppose PO quantity is 1000 pieces with 5% over delivery tolerance. The supplier delivers 1025 pieces. In MIGO, you enter 1025 as received quantity. Since it is within the 2.5% tolerance, as this example, the system accepts it and allows posting with movement type 101. The extra quantity will be added to stock and the PO will be closed if the tolerance covers the full delivery. This scenario is very common with bulk materials or when suppliers round up quantities. Always check the tolerance limit before posting. If over delivery exceeds the tolerance, you will need to either reject the extra quantity or get the PO amended by the purchase team. For example, if it is above, like 50 items are sent and the tolerance is less than 5%, then you will need to create an other PO for that. So now we will be discussing the common MIGO errors and their solutions. Common MIGO errors include PO quantity exceeded, tolerance limit exceeded, movement type not allowed, material logged by another user, and insufficient authorization. For quantity exceeded errors, check if you are within tolerance or if the PO is already fully delivered. For tolerance errors, either change the quantity or ask the purchase team to increase tolerance. If you get account determination error, it usually means GL account setup issue. Always use the check button before posting to catch errors early. Take screenshots of errors and share with your support team with the exact message. Prevention is always better. Always verify PO, quantity, storage location, and movement type before posting. So these best practices will save you a lot of time. So these are some of the common errors that are being received, and we have discussed what are the possible solutions for these errors. So now we'll be discussing some important best practices for MIGO. Always physically count the material before posting. This is very important. Verify storage location and batch details. Use the check function before actual posting. Enter delivery note and bill of landing numbers for better tracking. For batch managed materials, enter batch numbers correctly. Never post without proper documentation. Keep communication open between warehouse, purchase and finance teams. Regularly check open POs and clear them on time. Train end users on common scenarios and errors. Use MIGO in foreground mode for important postings so you can catch issues immediately. These small habits make a big difference in smooth procurement operations. So these are some of the best practices for MIGO goods receipt. So that was all about the MIGO transaction with 101 movement type to get purchase order material with 101. Thank you so much for watching this complete SAP MIGO tutorial. I hope you now have a clear understanding of goods receipt against purchase order, movement type 101, different scenarios, tolerances and error handling. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the future SAP tutorials. Drop your questions, doubts or specific scenarios in the comment section. We will try to reply to as many as possible. In the upcoming videos, we will cover more advanced topics like MIGO for production orders, 103/105 movements, quality inspection and invoice verification. Share this video with your colleagues who work in SAP MM. Again, if you have any question or if any suggestion, please write in the comment section. So once again, thank you very much and keep learning. See you in the next video. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.